Hi, I'm Nikkolas Smith, artivist, concept artist, author, and illustrator. I am so excited that Crayola and my publisher Penguin Random House are collaborating to bring you this Art of Learning session. Today, we'll talk about how each of us can create change with our creative voice, using art to speak up as advocates. February is also Youth Leadership Month, a great time for us to help kids of all ages reflect on the skills and attitudes they can demonstrate as young leaders. I'll also demonstrate some ways you can create artivism. So grab some art supplies and get ready for an important conversation and hands-on learning session. When we see something that isn't fair or needs to change, art is a powerful tool. It is our visual voice. It lets us speak up to point out the problem and suggest ways to address the injustices or environmental risks that concern us. I use my creative voice through painting. So when we draw or paint ways to improve the world, help others, protect the environment, and do the right thing, we are using our visual voice. It can lead us to make things better. Maybe it's helping an elder in your community. Maybe it's about cleaning up your beaches or parks. Maybe it's painting a mural that inspires people to donate and give back to their community. When artists care deeply about a problem and have ideas for how to improve situations, we use our creative voices to speak up. We all use our unique talents to shine a light on what is broken and show how it can be fixed. It can be dance, music, film, poetry, sculpture, or any type of art that you're passionate about. The word used to describe this blend of art and activism is artivism. Finding your visual voice can be closely related to finding your personal strengths. I realized this during my Sunday sketch project. Some of the people that I drew had tremendous internal strength and energy that radiated through the sketch. We can see their determination as they don't let anyone tell them what they can or can't do. So whether it's a change that you hope to make in the world or a goal that you will go after, there's always an opportunity to make your mark through your art. I want to invite you to create something with me. I know it may be intimidating, but the one thing I want to tell you is that art doesn't have to be perfect. Above all, art is about showing how you feel, right now. My suggestion for this art demo is be quick and expressive. Just sketch what you feel. Let's set a timer for 5 minutes, and when the time is up, it doesn't matter if the piece seems unfinished, finished or not, we will be done. And it's okay to post an unfinished piece, just the way it looks. All right, so let's get started. I thought today that I would sketch something very fun and joyful and expressive. So I'm gonna start just like this, putting some lines in here. I often love to draw faces that have a lot of teeth, for one, a lot of smiles, a lot of fun. And so I'm gonna do a little bit of this, get a nice big smile in there, put some eyes in there. I always have these eyes that are usually like closed and show that the person is just very joyful and having a wonderful time. A lot of times I'll have a lot of big hair in here. As you can see, very loose, very quick, very expressive. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you kind of get an idea in there that there's a person in here and they're having a good time. Maybe they're thinking about some wonderful, awesome thing that happened in their life and they're just joyful. And that's what we'll sketch. So I'll get the eyes in there a little bit darker, maybe under the nose, under the mouth, there. I think there's a lot of warmth in this piece. There's a lot of gold, orange, browns, just very warm. I think about sunshine. I try to think about what are those words that go along with that feeling that I want to express. Is it warmth? Is it sun? What colors can go along with that? I think for me, it's yellow, it's orange. Orange is like my favorite color. I love painting in orange. And so I'm gonna put a lot of that in there. Let's see here. Maybe some more skin tone in there. Get the ears in there really good. And then let's see here. And I'll put some more darker colors here to show the hair. Maybe this young woman has a really cool gold necklace in there that I want to show. There's some radiating beams of sunlight all around. And let's get some more skin tone in there. Let's see. There we go. You can never have too much color. Earrings in here. Let's see here. How about some more hair? I always say you can never have too many colors and you can never have too much hair. More hair, how about that? There we go. Nice and big. Let's see here. I'm gonna fill in all the spots here. Let's see. Maybe she's outside, there's some rays of sun radiating around. Maybe she's got a yellowish gold headband in there. Finishing touches. And there you go, 5 minutes. Joyful, fun, warm. That's my sketch. Art can help us see in new ways. Sometimes when we first glance at a scene or a situation, everything seems fine, but then we explore more deeply and we realize that something needs to be changed or there's a problem that other people need to know about. Here's another Sunday sketch that we can learn from. To solve problems, we need to work with others, get help from an adult, or engage with community members. But there are many things that kids can do to improve the world. To all you brilliant kids out there right now, you don't have to wait until you grow up to serve as leaders in your schools or communities. The path to leadership is right here, right now. You can seek new opportunities to create change and make improvements in your environment or for your community. Maybe you see what needs to be changed in your town, the way it operates. You can shout out about it to your local government. Be fearless and loud. They will listen. So today I thought it would be a great idea to make a painting based off of my book, The Artivist, and specifically this page where the young artivist is at the beach and he sees this wonderful, beautiful beach scene, but then he starts to look deeper into the ocean and he sees there's maybe some things that need to be fixed. So what I will do is start with some blue skies, some teal greens for the ocean, some purples, and mix everything together. So again, I have to be quick and expressive and just let the paint go. There's really no perfection in this. It's just do what you feel. And when you think about, like I was saying, some key words earlier, there's some skies, there's some beautiful beaches, there's some ocean waves. Just take that paint, mix it, and really start to go. There's some clouds in there. Definitely want to throw in some extra white on the blue. Get really some nice movement in the clouds. And just get a good idea of what you want. Just throw it down really quick. Doesn't have to be perfect. Again, I know that I really want to have a big wave in this scene, so I'm gonna go up really big like that and start to go in the direction of those waves that I kind of see in my head. Maybe start to throw in a little bit of the purple. So I have the sky, I have the clouds, I have the direction that everything is going, and then I start to put the waves in there. Because in this scene, everything above the surface seems great and wonderful. And then when you start to go a little bit deeper, you see, oh, there's actually some stuff in the ocean that shouldn't be there. There's some plastic, there's a little bit of trash, and there's a whole lot of sea life that needs to live free of that trash. So we have to look really deep to see what can we fix. Let's see, I'll throw in a little bit more purple. There we go. In there. Because the young artivist, he really has to explore. He can't just look at what's on the surface. He has to see what's underneath. And when he gets down there, there's a whole world that he had no idea was there and really needs to be protected. There's so many millions and millions of different sea animals and sea creatures. There's coral. There's all different types of things that really need to, they need to thrive, they need to live. And if there's plastic, if there's all types of different trash, they're not gonna be able to survive. So we gotta really clean up the oceans. So as you can see, you can get a painting going really quick. You just gotta choose your paints, mix a little bit, throw it on the canvas. One key part about this piece is that there is a dividing line from above the sea to below the sea. And the artivist, once he hits that line, he sees, oh, there's a lot of things that I didn't see. So I wanted to get some white and kind of just throw in right here, this dividing line. Throw a little bit more white in there. So you'll see above the surface, below the surface. So now that I have the sky and the sea, I'll start to add a little bit more paint, get some details in there, throw the artivist in there, and then really get into the tiny details of all the things that he starts to uncover when he goes below the surface. So then, after a little bit of drying time, you can start to add a few more details here and there. I've added some beach elements, some kids playing, some beautiful moments above the surface, and also the artivist who's going under the surface. There's some sea life who's affected by all of this trash, and he realizes, oh no, we have to clean this up. We have to work on this. And he starts to see all of these different elements that are just all over the place. They're even affecting the fish. There's some turtles over here that are trying to swim and they can't really swim because there's some plastic. So I'm just gonna add a few more details here of trash, things that we can work on. So one very important message that I have at the end of this book, The Artivist, is what change will you create? What is that thing that you wish could just be fixed in the world that is not working right? something that needs to be cleaned up, something in your community that needs fixing. What is that thing? And how will you use your creative talents to make some artivism to address that thing? There are so many people who don't know about this specific thing that might be happening in your town, or something even globally that might have to do with the environment. Maybe it's something that we can all clean up collectively. What is that thing? Let your artivism speak to that moment. Thank you for joining me today and for being fearless in using your unique talents. I hope you feel inspired and encouraged to use your creative voice to change the world. Look for more Art of Learning videos where you can learn more ways to use your creativity. See you later, and keep making art.